Dear 2026, I had already expressed my excitement about going to Zebulun'S Courtyard in my last letter. I am still as thrilled as I was then, even more so now. A little lady named March showed up at Issachar's home. She looked perfectly sun-kissed, wearing a simple sundress in a color that exuded royalty. I met her on the porch, and she said in the most spirited voice I've heard in a while, "I'm March, your guide to Zebulun'S Courtyard." I won't say I wasn't surprised, because I was, but I was also deeply intrigued. I had never seen her with the team from Zebulun before. I gathered my things, produce from the wheat fields and vineyards of Issachar, and quickly followed after her. It wasn't a long journey, or perhaps it was, and I simply didn't notice because I was so astounded by March's proficiency with language. She greeted at least 8 people in their own native tongues on the way here. I initially thought it was a specific talent, but I soon realized it was a learned culture. We reached Zebulun'S Courtyard, and my goodness, I don't know why they call it a courtyard, for this place is a masterpiece of engineering where solid earth meets the tides, much like a lighthouse pier. It looks as though the architects, instead of building to resist the water, have built the structure to dance with it. I saw iridescent limestone reinforced with cedarwood and bronze. The architect is surely a genius. They have open-air pavilions in the similitude of Issachar's porches, yet they feel very different. Though I suppose they serve the same function as those in Issachar. I was right. They have boardwalks instead of walkways because of the water flowing through the house. There are no doors, just silk curtains that frequently catch the salt breeze. At the center of the house is a well they call the navigation well. It is a befitting name, as people sit there to meditate or draft maps. It is the most serene part of the estate. The people, like March, are beautifully sun-kissed from the time they spend in the elements. They are incredibly active and wear practical but rich clothing dyed in tekelet, a color I found to be a sacred blue-purple. They work alongside the secluded house of Issachar to train men in the ways of the Lord. Their mastery of many languages is a necessity for their work, as they trade with everyone. These people take complex truths and simplify them for the unlearned, without ever tampering with their authenticity. This must be a divine gift. No wonder they are called the middlemen of the divine. 2026. I'm starting to think that you've sent me on a steep learning curve. I have once again learned so much here. I have learned that nothing stays the same, whether solid earth or tidal sea. And that is exactly where profit, both spiritual and physical, is found. I have learned that prosperity is a form of worship. The person who sells the sheep is as important as the person who prays in the temple, and one person can certainly do both. I have learned to look farther than what meets the eye, asking what's next, while remaining conscious enough to live in the moment. Their motto here is, we do not control the wind, but we are masters of the sail. Powerful words to live by if you ask me. Being a part of this home has me excited for the next destination. I'm eager to apply the lessons I've gathered. So yes, 2026, I am ready for the next guide. You might want to prepare yourself for my next correspondence, because I'm certain I'll be coming with a bang.